Hello students, welcome to Science Learning Gateway. I hope you all are doing good. So today in this tutorial we are going to discuss class 10th Karnataka board syllabus of geography, and the name of the chapter is India Climate. This is chapter number 3. We are going to discuss chapter number 3 from geography, and the name of the chapter is India Climate. Means in this chapter we'll read about the climate of India. Okay, you all are very excited to read about the climate of India, right? So we are living in in India. India is our country, so we should know about its climate. So it's a very interesting chapter. I think it will be interesting for you also. So first of all, we'll start with the chapter climate, India climate. So first of all, you should know the meaning of climate. What is climate? Climate is the average weather of a area taken for a long period of time. For example, if somebody is recording the weather of a area for 20 to 25 years, that is called the climate. So what is climate? The average weather taken over a long period of time is called climate. In this climate, the time duration it will be long, around 20 to 25 years. And if we will talk about weather is generally weather for example, you can see in the news channels or in the newspaper that every day they will give the weather conditions of each day. The meteorological department of India, they will record the weather conditions of each and every day, or for 3 or 4 days, or for a week, and they will give the news about the weather. But climate is what? Climate is the average weather taken over a long period of time. Okay, so in climate, the average weather they used to take for a long period of time, and generally the time duration is for 20 to 25 years. So now we'll discuss with the now we'll discuss about this chapter climate. So in this chapter, what we have to read: climatic type of India and the factors affecting it, climatic seasons and their characteristics, distribution of rainfall in India. Okay, the first of all we'll discuss the climate type. What is the climate type of India? It has a tropical monsoon type of climate. So India has which type of climate? Tropical monsoon type of climate. This is because greater part of India lies in the tropical zone. Okay, since most of the part of the India lies in which zone? Tropical zone. So it is having a tropical monsoon type of climate, and its climate is greatly greater influenced by the monsoon winds. Okay, and the climate of India will be influenced by the monsoon winds also. So which type of climate India has? Tropical monsoon type of climate, since most of the part of the India lies in the tropical zone, and climate is greatly influenced by which winds? Monsoon winds. Okay, and what is the meaning of monsoon? In Arabic word, monsoon means mausim, which means season. Okay, it is the meaning of monsoon is season. Next, the main factors which influence on the climate of India are. Now, what are the factors which influence the climate of India? First factor is location. Okay, next one is water bodies, third is relief feature, and the fourth one is monsoon wind. Because of these features, the climate of India is affected. Okay, so what are the factors which influence the climate of India? Location, water bodies, relief features, as well as the monsoon wind. So the climate of India varies from one region to another and from one season to other season. For example, if you will talk about the northern part of India and the southern part of India, both of them have different types of climate, right? Like Jammu Kashmir will have different type of climate, and the state which are having in the south, like Kerala, they have different types of climate. Likewise, if you will talk about west and east, in the west side like Rajasthan and Gujarat, so much hot climate they have, but in the eastern side they have a cold and soothing climate, right? So because of these factors, one part of India, from the climate of one part of India will be different from the other part of India. From season to season it will vary. Now we'll talk about the climatic seasons. The climate of India according to the Meteorological Department of India can be divided into 4 seasons. So what is Meteorological Department of India? This The Meteorological Department of India records the weather condition as well as the climatic conditions for each and every day. So according to Meteorological Department of India, climate of India is divided into 4 seasons. What are the 4 seasons? We all know what are the 4 seasons. The winter season, the summer season, the rainy season, and the retreating monsoon season. Winter season generally occurs from December to February. Summer season is from March to May, and rainy season is from June to mid-September. And the retreating monsoon season is from mid-September to November. So what are the 4 seasons? Winter season, summer season, rainy season, and retreating season. Retreating monsoon season. So one by one we'll discuss all the seasons. First of all, we'll discuss about the winter season. Okay, I think most of you like this winter season, right? Because summers, many of us don't like the summer season, so winter season is nice. Now, so in winter season, during the season, the rays of the sun fall vertically over the southern hemisphere. Okay, you all know that in most of the days we get the sunlight from the sun. So during the winter season also, the sun rays will fall vertically over southern hemisphere. India gets oblique rays of sun. Hence, temperature and humidity are low and the sky is clear. It is cool in the north and warm in the south. So in the north part of India, it is cold, and in the south part it is warm. January is the coldest month. So which is the coldest month? This you should remember. January is the coldest month. The hilly areas of Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh record the lowest temperature. Since these states, Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, they are present in the north of India. So they are the most coldest state. They are having the lowest temperature. Over there, the temperature will be very low. Dras near Kargil has recorded the lowest temperature minus 60 degrees Celsius. Dew fogs are common. There is heavy snowfall in the mountain areas. India gets only 2% of its annual rainfall during winter. Okay, so during winter, only 2% of its annual rainfall India will get. So what we have read about winter season, during winter season what happens? The sun rays will fall vertically over the southern hemisphere. The sky will be clear, and it is cool in the north and warm in the south. In January is the coldest month. The hilly areas of Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh record the lowest temperature. Like Dras near Kargil has recorded the lowest temperature of minus 60 degrees Celsius. Dew and fogs are common on those areas. There will be heavy snowfall, and only 2% of annual rainfall will be received during winter in India. Okay, next, about the next season we'll read now. The next season is a summer season. Summers, okay, when you are having your summer holidays, summer season. Okay, so during the season, the sun rays fall vertically over the northern hemisphere. In winter season, we have read that the sun rays will fall in the southern hemisphere, but in summer season, the sun rays will fall in the northern hemisphere. Hence, the temperature is high in India. Okay, because the sun rays are falling vertically on the northern hemisphere, so that in that time the temperature is very high in India. It is hot, dry, and sultry. The highest recorded temperature is 49.4 degrees Celsius at Ganganagar in Rajasthan. I have told you that the Rajasthan and Gujarat, they are present in the west part of India, and those places are very hot. The highest temperature recorded is 49.4 degrees Celsius at Ganganagar in Rajasthan. Conventional rains occur locally in some parts of the country. It is known as Andhis in Uttar Pradesh, Kala Baisakhis in the West Bengal. So what does we call to the conventional rains on those parts? It is called Andhis in Uttar Pradesh and Kala Baisakhis in West Bengal. Mango showers in Kerala, as it helps the mango crop, and coffee blossoms in Karnataka as it is beneficial to the coffee crop. India receives only 10% of its annual rainfall during summer. So during winter it received only 2% of annual rainfall, but during summer India will receive 10% of its annual rainfall. And in this part you have to remember that these names, that conventional rain occurs locally in some parts of the country. It is known as Andhis in Uttar Pradesh, Kala Baisakis in West Bengal, mango showers in Kerala as it helps the mango crops. So, means this rain is very good for the mango crops. That's why it's known as mango showers. And in Karnataka, it is called coffee blossom as it helps. It is very beneficial for the coffee crops. So you should remember the names. Next, we have the rainy season. Most of us like that rainy season, but few of them don't like also that rainy season. Okay, so what is rainy season? We'll read about that. It is also known as southwest monsoon season. Okay, the rainy season is also known as southwest monsoon season. Since the temperature rises by the end of summer season, a low pressure area is developed over central India. So what happens during the end of summer season? A low pressure area is developed over central India. In the center part of India, low pressure will be developed during the end of summer season. On the other hand, there is high pressure over the Indian Ocean, and high pressure will develop over Indian Ocean. In central India, low pressure will be developed, and over Indian Ocean, high pressure will be developed. Hence, the moisture laden winds blow from south to west towards India. So the wind which is carrying the moisture laden winds means the winds which is having moisture will blow from south to west towards India. They bring rainfall to different parts of the country. About 75% of the rainfall occurs during this season. Okay, so how much rainfall will occur during this season? 75%. In winter season we have read that 2% rainfall it will receive. In summer season we have read that it will receive 10%, but during the rainy season it will receive 75% of the rainfall. So what we have read about rainy season, it's also known as southwest monsoon, and during the end of the summer a low pressure area will be developed in the central India, and high pressure will develop over the Indian Ocean, and the moisture laden winds will blow from which part to which part? From southwest towards India, and they will bring rainfall to different parts of the country, and about 75% rainfall will occur during this season. Now there are two branches of southwest monsoon. So what are the two branches of southwest monsoons? The Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, so you should remember this one also. There are two branches of southwest monsoon, and the names are Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. So Arabian Sea branch strikes the Western Ghats and causes heavy rainfall to the western side of the Western Ghats. So Arabian rainfall, what it will do? It will strike the Western Ghats, and rainfall will occur in which part? Western side of the Western Ghats. Western side of the Western Ghat, and the rainfall decrease towards the eastern slopes of Western Ghats as it lies in the rain shadow area. So most of the rainfall will be received by the western side of the Western Ghat, and rainfall will decrease towards the eastern slopes of the Western Ghat as it lies in the rain shadow area. Now what will happen to the Bay of Bengal branch? The Bay of Bengal branch causes heavy rainfall when it strikes against the hills of Meghalaya and Assam. When it will strike the hills of Meghalaya and Assam, that time it will rain heavily. The heaviest rainfall occurs at Mawsynram in Meghalaya. The rainfall decreases towards the northwest. Okay, the heaviest rainfall will occur at Mawsynram in Meghalaya, and the rainfall decreased towards the northwest. So what we have read about the two branches of southwest monsoon, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch will strike the Western Ghats and causes heavy rainfall to the western side of the Western Ghat, right? And the Bay of Bengal, when it will strike against the hills of Meghalaya and Assam, it will cause heavy rainfall, and the heaviest rainfall will occur at Mawsynram in Meghalaya, and it will decrease towards the northwest. Now, the fourth type of season is the retreating monsoon season. So, what is this retreating monsoon season? In early October, due to decrease of temperature, low pressure area is gradually replaced by high pressure area over the landmass. Okay, so what happens during October? During early October, temperature will decrease that time, and low pressure area will be replaced by the high pressure over the landmass. Low pressure area is developed over the Bay of Bengal. Where the low pressure area will develop? In the Bay of Bengal. As a result, the southwest monsoon starts retreating and start blowing from the northeast towards the sea. Hence this season is also known as northeast monsoon season. Okay, so why it is called northeast monsoon season? A low pressure area is developed over Bay of Bengal. As a result, southwest monsoon starts retreating and starts blowing from the northeast towards the sea. Okay, the monsoon wind will blow from northeast toward the sea. So it is also known as northeast monsoon season. It is season of unsettled weather condition. India receives only 13% of the annual rainfall during this season. The coast of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Orissa gets rainfall during this season. So during retreating monsoon season, which are the states which will get rainfall? Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, they will get rainfall during this season. Okay, tropical cyclones frequently occur in the Bay of Bengal during this season and cause damage along east coast. In Orissa, since Orissa is present in the coastal areas, so it has received 2 times cyclones. Because of that cyclone, loss of life and property was there. So it caused damage in Orissa because of that cyclone. Now we'll read about the distribution of rainfall. On the basis of amount of rainfall, India can be divided into 3 broad zones. So what are 3 broad zones on the basis of rainfall? Area with low rainfall, area with area with moderate rainfall, and area with heavy rainfall. About these 3 we'll read. You can look at the map given over there. India annual rainfall distribution. See, you can see the stripes, the dot-like structure. These areas will receive rainfall above 200 centimeter, and this slanted lines, these areas will receive rainfall from about 100 to 200 centimeter, and these like the horizontal line, they will receive, these area will receive rainfall between 60 to 100, and the lines like this one, the broad lines, they will receive rainfall for 40 to 60 region, and the small dotted like lines, the dotted ones, these regions, they will receive rainfall below 40 centimeter. So this was the rainfall map. Now first we'll start with area with low rainfall. So on the basis of the rainfall, amount of rainfall, India can be divided into three broad zones. The first broad zone is India with low rainfall, less than 50 centimeter. Okay, the areas where less than 50 centimeter rainfall is received, it includes Western Kutch, the Thar Desert of Rajasthan and its adjoining areas like Western Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat and north of Jaskar Range, and the rain shadow areas of the Western Ghat, means towards the west part of the country India, they will receive the rainfall less than 50 centimeter like Rajasthan, Thar Desert, Western Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat. Okay. Okay, Roili in Jaisalmer of Rajasthan is receives less amount of rainfall, 8.3 centimeter, and it is the driest place in India. You have to remember this one. Roili in Jaisalmer of Rajasthan will receive least amount of rainfall, that is 8.3 centimeter, and is the driest place in India. The 1 marks question can come from this one. Name the driest place in India. So you have to write Roili in Jaisalmer of Rajasthan. Okay, next we'll read about areas with moderate rainfall. So over there, these places will receive rainfall between 50 to 100 centimeter. It is a long belt extending from northern Punjab to Cape of Kanyakumari. From northern Punjab, from here to from 50 to 100 centimeter. This lines from northern Punjab to Kanyakumari, Cape of Kanyakumari. These areas are there where the rainfall will be 50 to 100 centimeter. It is broader in the north and narrower in the peninsular India between the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. So you can see it is broader in it is broader in the north. In the north you can see it is broader but and narrower in the peninsular India. In the peninsular India you can see it is narrow between the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. And the third type of zone is area with heavy rainfall. So which area will receive heavy rainfall? Between 100 to 250 centimeter. These areas, you can see these areas, they will receive rainfall between 100 to 200 centimeter to 50 centimeter. It is found in 4 separate belts. First belt is narrow belt in Western Ghat, a belt from Jammu Hills through Himachal Pradesh, northern Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. Third belt is northeastern India. Mausoneram located in this zone gets the heaviest rainfall. West coast and the western side of the Western Ghats. So this area with heavy rainfall is divided into 4 belts. First one is your narrow belt in Western Ghats. Second one is belt from Jammu Hills through Himachal Pradesh, northern Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. This side you can see. And northeastern India. Northeastern India means this side, northeastern India. Okay, this side is your third one. Mausoneram located in this zone gets the heaviest rainfall. West coast and the western side of Western Ghats, etc. So with this we have finished the chapter. I hope you all have understood. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section, right? So we have finished the chapter. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. Once we can discuss the fill in the blanks given over there. India has this type of climate. Which type of climate India has? Tropical monsoon. You have to write over there. India has tropical monsoon type of climate. In India, Dash receives the highest rainfall. Which part of India receives the highest rainfall? That place name you have to write. So which place we have read? Moinram, right? Third is in India, Dash has recorded the lowest temperature. So in India, Dash has recorded the lowest temperature. So which particular area has recorded the lowest temperature? We have read Dras, D-R-A-S. Dras is the name of that place. And the fourth one is the coldest month of India is January. Okay. So through this we have finished the fill in the blanks. Question answers we can't explain in this tutorial. If you need the question answers video, then you can comment in the comment section. I will upload the complete exercise question answers of this chapter. Thank you for watching my channel, and if you like this tutorial, then please click on the like button and share it with your friends also, and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that whenever I will be uploading a new video, you will get the notification for that. And you can also connect with me through my Facebook page. The link I will provide in the description box. Thank you for watching my channel.